Good evening. Good evening again. Okay. So, wait. Here we were. All right. So, yes, can you hear and see the screen also? So, is everything fine? There's a message. I'm not able to see screen and not able to see your voice. But is it fine now? Okay. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, dear friends. Thank you. Great. Great. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, we were discussing this. Where is the assumption here? Thank you, Taran. Thank you. Thank you, Devanshi. Third statement is the assumption. The first statement is, okay, thank you, Suchita. The first statement is the new movie is based on a novel. The main actor in the movie is Salman Khan. Therefore, the movie will do well. Okay. This seems to be the conclusion. Where is the assumption? Assumption is hidden. Second says, Prachi, the main actor in the movie is Salman Khan. This is a fact, I believe. Yeah. Where is the assumption? First, the new movie is based on a novel. That is also a fact, I believe. It can be verified. Right, Avni? Okay, Avni says option one is the assumption. Prachi says now third. Hemant also says third. Nikita says third movie will do well. My dear friends, the assumption is that, okay, is there anyone who's going to tell me the right answer? It has not been written here. It is implicit. Well tried, Chinmay. Thank you. Are you going to try or shall I tell you? Come on. At least let's take a shot. Give it your best shot. Yes, Taranpreet, you are very near to the right answer. Yeah, actually, that is, you've told me the right answer, actually, to a great extent. So, the new movie is based on a novel. The main actor in the movie is Salman Khan. Therefore, the movie will do well. So, where is the assumption? Yes, people, Kanika says actor is Salman Khan, so movie will do well is the assumption. Okay, very nice. Well done, Kanika. Actually, it is the movie will do well because Salman Khan is there. Why? Because Salman Khan's movies do well. That can also be an assumption. Taran says people like novel based movies. That can also be an assumption. Okay. Next one. Main statement. My watch does not keep the right time. Yeah. Please tell me the right answer. Four. Everybody is saying four. There are people who are saying three also. Okay. Bhagya says four. Somli says four. Okay. And that's actually right, you know. One statement is my watch runs faster than normal. The second says my watch runs slower than normal. It cannot be both. One watch which is not showing the right time, it cannot be both slow and fast at the same time. Right? It has to be either. Okay? So many people got it right. Very good. Hasiba also says it is 4. Yes, that's right, Hasiba. Tejas also says 4. Okay. Fine. So we are going to the next assumption. According to me, you should get your child examined by a specialist doctor. X tells why. Specialist doctors are able to identify better than ordinary doctors. Y will certainly not follow X's advice. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Yeah. This is a 1 second question. Should have been done by now. Suchita says A, Anirban says A, Devesh says B. Well, B is only possible if these are enemies, X and Y. Right? Otherwise, this has to be A. Vasant says it is A. Taranpreet says it is A. Kanika says both. No, dear. There's no option like both. Why would he certainly not follow? We don't know the context. Right? Has to be A. Did you get it, Kanika? Did you understand? There is no reason to say B. Bhavika, Hemant, Prachi, Padmi, Hardik, all saying it should be A. Why would he follow is also a question. It is the first option is not about why would he follow or not. I mean, the question is not that whether he'll follow or not, right? It is specialist doctors are able to identify better than ordinary doctors. He might not follow it, but A is not related with his following or not following. That is the assumption. That is the game. Is it clear? Okay, thank you. The second is directly related to his not following. But you're right, we don't know the context, right? Okay, look out for what we need to understand. These words, certainly, strongly, best, worst, exclusively, mostly. These words will, with certainly, always, never, mostly these are dangerous words, right? So sometimes statements which have these words may not be the right answers, sometimes. Okay, look at this one. The standard of Indian sports has fallen to abysmal levels, and we should make every effort to improve the training facilities for sports persons. Now, the assumptions. Aman, is there something you want to ask? You may write in the chat box. Okay. The trend of the falling standards of Indian sports will probably be arrested by improving training facilities, is one assumption. The second is the trend of the falling standards of the Indian sports will definitely be arrested by improving training facilities. What do you say? Look at the statement now. No, there's an answer. A, says Taranpreet. Okay. The standard of Indian sports has fallen to abysmal levels, right? Okay, there's another answer. Okay, so I need to look at it. Messages first. Definitely is an extreme word. That's right. I agree. Okay. The trend of the falling standards of Indian sports will probably be arrested by improving training facilities, right? The trend of the falling standards of the Indian sports will definitely be arrested by improving training facilities. Okay, so the answer, the statement is the standard of Indian sports has fallen to abysmal levels, and we should make every effort to improve the training facilities for sports persons. See, what we need to understand here is that is the is training or the training facilities, is it the only aspect of improving sports? If it is the only aspect, then I believe definitely is a good choice. What do you say? But if it is not the only thing, right, then option A is better. What do you say? Nobody seems to be interested in this question. Apart from Taran. Yes, Taran, I got your answer A. Hasiba says it is A. Right. Okay. What about others? Anirban also says it is A. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Fine, fine, fine. So let's continue. Statement: India will not achieve economic prosperity unless it adopts the free economy model. Assumption: at the moment, India does not have a free economy model in operation. True or not? I mean, correct or not? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it is quite easy. Ajinkya says A. Parmi says it is right. Navneet also says it is correct. Aditya also says it is correct. You all are right. It is correct. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Vasant, Manali, Dhanesh, Hardik, everyone. Bhavika, thank you. Next one. Poor people often face a harsh life. There are poor people in the world. That is the assumption. Is it true or not? Yeah, it is pretty simple. No? There are poor people. Because there are poor people, only then it is possible to have a life, whether harsh or easy. Right? But there are poor people. Okay? Hardik says false. Oh my God. What happened? Let me see if I am missing out on something. True. Rest of the people says true. Okay. Okay. Some people are saying that it is not related to it. Poor people often face a harsh life. There are poor people in the world. Right? Yeah, there are poor people. Agreed. But even if these two are not related, don't we think that the second is right? Because when we have people, only then we can have life, right? Okay, we cannot say that it is incorrect, dear friends. Okay, we have to believe that yes, there are people. Okay, since you lack talent, you cannot be admitted to this program. Talent is essential for admission to the program. What do you say? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because it has been clearly stated, since you do not have talent, you will not be admitted. Right? That means it is essential to have talent. Advertisements, public notices, appeals. The following standard assumptions apply. What? Can you tell me? Okay, one. The notice, the ad or the appeal or the notice will affect people, right? So, yeah, that's right. Clearly stated. Absolutely right. Okay. In ads, the things highlighted, well, these are desired, expected, or looked for by people. Agreed. For a public notice, the issuing body has the duty of issuing such notices. Okay. In case of a public notice, the advice given must be beneficial of or must be reducing the harm caused otherwise. For example, COVID-19. Okay. My question is, why would somebody, I'm sorry, have an Amitabh Bachchan or a Mahendra Singh Dhoni in an ad film? If I see some celebrity in an ad film um, endorsing a toothpaste, so is it true that I shall also buy the toothpaste just because Mahendra Singh Dhoni says in that ad film? Influence. What kind of influence, Anirban? Yeah, these are influences. How, Hemant? How is that influence executed on us? Influence of popularity. People follow them or their hairstyle. Okay, nice. We are attracted to them, says Taranpreet. Okay. They are famous people, so we follow them. Okay, nice. By the number of followers and their success, all Anirban says we are led to believe that what they are choosing is right. We make somebody says heroic. Okay, it's up to the consumer's choice. We idolize them. Actually, you know what? It creates hype. So we believe that this is a company which can afford such great people, right? That means the company is really big. Okay, it is association that we feel with them. Therefore, we brand in terms of trust in using the product. Okay, Kanika, thank you. People use the brand ambassadors rather than the People see the brand ambassadors rather than actual product. Actually, it is the hype that is created. Okay, anyhow, let's continue. In case of a notice, the results of implementing it will be useful. I mean, this is also an assumption. And in the context of an appeal, there are reasons for issuing that appeal. Okay, agreed? So is it clear? I think it is very straightforward, right? Okay, so we are going to continue now. Right. Every worker in this company will report in time from tomorrow onwards. Company notice. Workers have the ability to understand the notice, and reporting in time is good for the company's performance. Yes. Sorry. Second one says Suchita. Prachi says the first one. Okay. What about others? Hemant says one. Okay. Nice. All different answers. Every worker in this company will report in time tomorrow onwards, right? Okay. Gautami says both. From, okay, a company notice. Both says Hasiba. Okay. Thank you, Hasiba. Pooja, you also say both. Susmita also says both. Okay. So the first is workers have the ability to understand the notice. Only then the notice will be displayed, right? Okay. If workers have the ability to understand, understand, only then we can have a notice. Only then we can have, it makes sense to have a notice, right? The second is reporting in time is good for the company's performance. The first one reads, every worker in this company will report in time from tomorrow onwards. Now there is a thing about the second one. Reporting in time is good for the company's performance may or may not be true. I mean, it may be true, but or it is true. But actually here the case may be different. It is possible that the company, in fact, the performance of the company is going fine, but the problem is that of discipline. There may not be any problem with the performance, right? We might have disciplinary issues. How do you see that? You give me 2 minutes, I'll be back. Actually, my throat is parching. I've been speaking for a long time. I need some water. So give me 2 minutes, please. I'll be back. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, dear friends. Yes. Now tell. Isn't it true? Doesn't it make sense? What do you say? Because it is talking about, but it is a general thing. It is good for the company's performance. What do you say? Both? Or just one? Two? Only the first one? Yes, if we are to choose one, the first one is far better because we don't know about the second, actually. Okay. the first one is more relevant. Okay, we do not need to lean out of the moving train. Such warnings will have some impact, and leaning out of a moving train is more dangerous than leaning out of a moving bus. Yeah, which one? A. A. Everybody says it. Dhanesh says B. Aditya says A. Pranjal says A. The people who have picked A, I want to ask them a question. Why not B? Okay, Radveer, thank you. Why not B? A sounds to be more sensible, agreed, but why not B? Just like Suchita has picked both. In B, why are they comparing with bus? Very good, Taran. You're absolutely right. Yes, we haven't. Taran, you deserve a chocolate for this. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Hasiba says maybe because first one includes both answers. There is no mention of a bus. Do not lean out of the moving train, right? Such warnings might have some impact. Yeah, it has to be one only, right? One only. Okay, did we understand this? The second is going beyond the context. There is no mention of a bus. So we cannot pick this as the right choice. Okay. Everyone getting more than 60% marks will be penalized. I would be very happy if such things had happened in my school days. All those getting less than 60% will be honored. All those getting 60% will be let off as such. Yes. Which one? V. One only, says Dhanesh. Okay. Dhanesh, I would have been honored many times had this happened in my school days. Hemant says B. Susmit says B. Okay. What about others? Abhishek says it should be B. Okay. Taran says B. Dhanesh, do you want to change your answer? Hardik says B. See, there is no mention of an award. It is a simple statement that reads, everyone getting more than 60% marks will be penalized, right? That means the people who get 60% will not be penalized and they will be let off as such. Sir, it is for previous question. Oh, Dhanesh. Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Hasiba says it is B. Pooja says it is B. Thank you. So we all have understood this, right? I'm going forward now. Let's talk a little bit about strong and weak arguments. Which arguments are strong, which are weak? I told you an example at the outset, right? Okay. Statements which are substantiated, which are validated by logical reasons, facts, and examples which are obviously relevant to the topic are called strong arguments. Weak arguments are the ones which have a series of personal opinions, conjectural opinions, which are not justified by or substantiated by, validated by facts, right? Facts should be such which are known generally by many people. Okay. So begin with an opinion about the subject. We have to have relevant facts and reasons, right? And then arguments are concisely, logically, and clearly organized. Weak arguments, they use opinions, just like we discussed, right? So, a weak argument will have an unclear view of something, right? It will not be based on facts. It will be based on feelings, right? Sentiments. Then it won't be supported by facts or reasons, right? Most importantly, the third one, it is not clear logically, right? So, for example, saying that yes, education or higher education should be banned in India so that the number of higher educated unemployed is reduced. That is a very weak argument. Okay. And examples can never be strong arguments. Examples can never be strong arguments. If it is an example, it cannot be a strong argument. Okay. First one, let's identify. Okay, thank you, Taran. Yes, you've been a chocolate winner, Taran. How many have you won so far? Taran says one is strong. Okay, what about others? Suchita says one. Gautami says one. Okay, nuclear families. Okay, okay. Still people are answering. Both not followed, says Dhanesh. Okay, nice. Okay, so are nuclear families better than joint families? The first argument is no. Joint family ensure security and also reduce the burden of work. Sounds logical, isn't it? Yeah, it seems as if it is logical. Okay, the second one. Yes, nuclear families ensure greater freedom. What about this? So I believe both make sense. At least both are logical. Yes, right? Both are logical, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, independently strong, says Taran. Okay. Should India give away Kashmir to Pakistan? The first one says no. Kashmir is a beautiful state. It earns a lot of foreign exchange. The second says yes, this would help settle conflicts. Okay, Prachi says one is strong. Suchita says one. Never says Susmit. I was expecting that sentiment, that patriotism. Kashmir is ours. There is no doubt about that. Okay, anyhow, so when we come out of patriotism um, and enter the peripheries of verbal reasoning, Kanika says both are wrong. Very interesting. So let's delve deep into this question now. The first one says no, India should not give away Kashmir to Pakistan because it earns a lot of foreign exchange. Is it strong or weak? Kanika says historically, with proof Kashmir belongs to India. Well, yes, it does. Yeah, it does. It does. But there are many things which need to be understood. That this Kashmir debate is a very contentious one. We need to be very tendentious in order to be able to debate. Okay. Anyhow, yes, Kashmir is a beautiful state. It earns a lot of foreign exchange. So India should not give it to Pakistan. Why is there a need for India to give it to Pakistan? Don't you think the first is not related with the problem? Because India and Pakistan are fighting over Kashmir not because of um, because it's a beautiful state and it earns a lot of foreign exchange. That is not the reason. What do you say? Prachi says one is a weak argument. The first one. Do you think it addresses the problem? Suchita says no, it does not address. So feels Prachi. What about others? I want to know about everyone. Yes, my dear friends, still thinking? Is it that difficult a question? It seems little bit of point, says Rajveer. Okay, what about others? See, there's a problem with this. Aishwarya says we can't deny that though. Okay, correct, it cannot be denied, right? And it is logical. But could this be a reason to say that Kashmir should not be given to Pakistan? Or should be given? See, I'll tell you what. Um, both are not correct, says Vasant. The first one is not addressing the issue. That is the problem. It might be logical. Aishwarya is absolutely right when she says that it cannot be denied. And there is no doubt about that. Because, okay, Aishwarya, because see, the problem is not because of foreign exchange or because it is a beautiful state. It is more associated with two countries, bloodsheds, then the populace, right? Then the history, right? So now the first option reads, Kashmir is a beautiful state and earns a lot of foreign exchange. This is why it should not be given to Pakistan. Had it been, no, Kashmir is our territory, it belongs to India, right? Okay, it is our territory, right? So it is not addressing the problem actually. Because when there is a debate that Kashmir should be given to India, it is not because of it is a beautiful state and it earns some foreign exchange. Do you understand that? Did you get it? So it is going beyond the context, the first argument. Taranpreet has understood. Thank you. Hemant says there is no guarantee that Pak will be peace, will make peace even after giving Kashmir. Okay, I'm coming to the second point. Okay, Aishwarya. Okay, it is clear to Aishwarya now. Fine. So shall we move to the second argument? Yes, this would help settle conflicts. Why do you think this is weak? Tell me, why do you think this is weak? Because we are Indians, right? Naturally. And we are patriotic. We all are patriotic. I am patriotic. You people are patriotic. And we don't like Pakistan. It is a neighboring, it is a neighbor nation, right? That's it. Lack of supporting evidence, says Anirban. What supporting evidence do you need, my dear friend? This is just an argument. This is a possible solution for conflict, says Hasiba. That's right. They would start asking for more, says Supriya. But see, Supriya, nice. Thank you, dear. We can't give up on it anyway, but second can be the answer, Aishwarya says. That's right. I can understand, that in that quote unquote Indian, it is inside me also, right? Blood boils on the name of Kashmir. But as far as this question is concerned, only this question, let's not bring our patriotism into it, although it does come inevitably, right, with every Indian, and there's nothing wrong in that. But we'll try to understand it logically. See, the statement says that yes, this would help settle conflicts. So it could be a, way out. I mean, think from the point of view of a Pakistani. He will say that yes, this is a strong argument, right? And as far as Supriya is concerned, she says they would start asking for more. That is not right, because the conflict is related to Kashmir only. It is not related to Delhi. They are not asking for Hyderabad. They are not asking to give them Goa. I don't say that Kashmir should be given. This is from the point of view of this question only. Kashmir should not be given. Every Indian will believe. Why shall we give it to them? It is our property. But generally speaking, only from words, verbal reasoning. Okay. This answer seems to be a perfect one from the point of view of a Pakistani, or I mean, somebody who's neutral also. Somebody from Australia might just say that, yes, this could be a way out. What do you say? Did you understand this? The main point is, does this option address the problem or not? Logically. Whether the answer is a yes or a no, it is, absolutely irrespective of that. It might say a yes, it might say a no, but the logic that is supporting yes or no should be correct. Taran has been able to understand. Do we need to debate more on this? Do we need more discussion on this? Yes, no, please tell. Please tell if it is clear to you. Then I shall move to the next question. It is clear, says Suchita. Okay. So, okay. Anirvan also says it is clear. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Should girls learn arts like judo and karate? The first one says yes, it will enable them to defend themselves. Okay. The second one says no, they will lose their feminine grace. Oh my God. Is there anyone who picks the second one? So I think it is logical. Only the first option is right. The second is definitely very weak. Yeah, Taranpreet says not at all. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So Pooja says right. Rajsi says no. Hasiba also says option one. But how many girls actually learn it? That is the question. Okay, should there be students' union in colleges and universities? Argument one, no. This will create a political atmosphere in the campus, right? The second is, yes, it is necessary. Students are future political leaders. Argument two, says Vasant. Taran says argument one is strong. Both are strong, Suchita says. Yes, my dear friends, which is the correct choice? Or are both strong? The first one, let's talk about the first one. This will create, I mean, it is a no, and it reads, this will create a political atmosphere in the campus. So what's wrong if it creates a political atmosphere? First one is a fact, says Hasiba. What's wrong if it creates a political atmosphere? Do we think a political atmosphere in a campus is bad? Violence may be bad, right? Okay. What it leads to may be bad, but a political atmosphere should be fine. It will have certain advantages also. The first one seems to be weak. What do we say? Okay, Supriya has written something. Yes, student council is necessary. Otherwise, people with no degrees will become politicians like our current scenario. Oh, politics needs to be promoted. Very good answer. They will create violence thereafter, says Taranpreet. Agreed. But they will learn politics also. They'll have more career options also. Yes, Taran? So, do we think violence is a byproduct of politics? Is it so? Not always, but many times, yes. Because if violence is to happen, it will happen over a girl also, right? Yeah, not necessarily. Taran says in India, yes. Okay. So let's not get deep into it. The first argument is weak. The second one is, yes, it is necessary. Students are future political leaders. What about this one? Does it support the yes or the no? So union is a good idea because it helps in building network, says Ayush. Right, Ayush? The second one is strong or weak? You tell. Strong, says Hemant. It is strong, no doubt about that. Taran says weak. Okay, why do you think it is weak? Yes, Taran, you will get a chocolate pack if you tell why it is weak. I mean, convincingly. वैसे you've already won many. Yes. Is there anyone else also who believes this argument is weak? Anirban says it is not a guarantee that students will go for politics. Fine, they may not go, but it reads, see, read the option. Everyone doesn't want to go into politics, says Taranti. That's agreeable, right? Now, yes, it is necessary. Students are future political leaders, so that's fine. These two statements, I mean, this statement, students are future political leaders, does not mean at all that every student will be a politician. It means that all political leaders, the future political leaders, will be from will be from these people, from students, which I believe is right. Ragging, etc., not good in college, university, in argument one. But there's no talk about ragging. Harvinder? Taran, did you understand the second point? It is not stating that everybody will go to politics or everybody will become a politician. What it says is that all politicians will come from the students, right? So that is why it is important. Anirban, did you understand also? Okay, thank you. So let's continue. Course of action. Now, course of action questions are based on a problem, right? Thank you, Anirban. We are given a problem and we need to find out the right solution to it, right? Okay. For example, there is a girls' college, right? Boys keep hovering around outside the college, right? And keep teasing girls. They pass lecherous comments, right? Which is obviously not good. So one day, the college administration seeks the help of the local police, right? And they say that what you do is we shall deploy 2 police constables outside the college. That is one option. Another option could be we run an awareness program. Now, in that awareness program, we shall teach boys, how to look at women. I mean, not to objectify women, not to commodify them. They must be looked at as human beings. Yeah, awareness program. Which is a better choice according to you, and why? Vasant says 2. Permanent solution says Hemant. Okay. Pooja says second one is better. Pranjit says second one. Okay. Okay. Has anyone tried anything of this sort? I mean, okay, pardon me. Has any one of you tried anything of this sort practically? Have you tried it? An awareness program. Have you ever tried to counsel boys at a young age when that psyche is developing? Okay. Okay. Fine, fine. Let's talk about the question now. Actually, we do it. We have an NGO, so is an education society. We run such programs also. Anyhow, so yes, and just like you people are saying, it is yeah, it should be done in schools and colleges. That's right. That's right. Yeah, we are targeting schools and colleges. We've been hit by Corona, so schools are virtually closed these days. Okay, so yeah, what should be the right answer then to this question? Many people are saying that the second one is better because it is a permanent thing, but it will take a lot of time. Do you think it is easy to change psyches of people? It takes a lot of time. It's a very hard battle, isn't it? What about the first one? Why isn't it a good option? Having police deployed outside the college gate. Actually, what you need to see is when you solve such a question, instant change, says Ayush. Okay. When you are seeking a solution to a problem, right? There are two aspects of it. The first one is instant, short term. The second one is long term. So we might need both. Yes? Did we understand this? Is it okay? We might need both solutions. Okay. So let's continue. In this type of a problem, we'll have a statement, right? Okay. It might be followed by 2 or 3 courses of actions, right? So we shall try to find out which are the best. The proposed courses of action should either ameliorate, mitigate, right? Or end the problem. Okay. That's what we are thinking about. The proposed course should be possible also, should not be impossible. Okay. So see, one follows, two follows, neither or both follow. First one, there have been many instances of dacoity and looting in many passenger trains this year. First, the railway authority should immediately deploy one policeman in each compartment in all the passenger trains. The second, the passenger traveling by train should be given training on how to tackle the dacoits and looters. Yeah, which is your course of action. First, says Taran, Manali, Rajveer, everybody says first. Yeah, first sounds to be sensible, but I have a question for all of you. Is it feasible? Is it possible to have a police constable in every... Yeah, yes, Supriya, you can select both also. Is it possible to have a police constable in every compartment? That is my question. Taran says no, it is not possible. Hemant says 2. Prajakta says no. Prachi says no. It is not possible, my dear friends. It might sound good, but probably it is impossible. What about the second one? The passenger traveling by train should be given training on how to tackle the dacoits and looters. Only 2. Some people are saying neither. Is it possible also to train the passenger? The passenger will not be trained in one day. He will just come and go. Isn't it true? There is no passenger who will join a full-fledged training course. He'll just come for a day and leave. Somebody has a question. But sir, we can't train everyone as the passengers are different all the time. That's right. That is what I'm saying, Ayush. It is not possible. Instructions can be given. That's right, Aishwarya. Instructions can be given, but there's a difference between instructing and training. The word here, the word that has been used here is training, not instructing. Regular instructions on trains regarding the theft, so be safe. That's okay. But the word used is not instructing, my dear friends, it is training. Can you train every passenger? When will you train? Where will you train? That is the problem. These are the questions that you need to ask yourself. Which is your choice? Neither? Yeah, neither follows. Neither follows. Absolutely right. Next. There has been significant drop in the water level of all the lakes supplying water to the city. Okay, there has been significant drop in the water level. So the water supply authority should impose a partial cut in supply to tackle the situation, right? The government should appeal to all residents through mass media for minimal use of water. The first one is there has been significant drop in the water level of all the lakes supplying water to the city, right? So naturally there'll be a scarcity of water, right? Paucity. Okay. The second one is the government should appeal to all residents through mass media for minimal use of water. We'll go back to the last question. There are people asking about the last question. Give me 1 minute, please. Let us finish this. Yes, which is a better choice? The Water Supply Authority should impose a partial cut in supply to tackle the situation. Is a partial cut a good choice? Okay, give me 2 minutes, Ashwarya. Let's discuss this one and then we'll go back. Yeah. Should there be a partial cut in supply to tackle the situation? Water is already scarce. It is, I mean, there is already a paucity of water. Or should the government appeal to all the residents through mass media for minimal use of water? Which is a better choice according to you? First, says Taran, one will be more efficient. Okay. The Water Supply Authority should impose a partial cut. Okay. Partial cut in supply to tackle the situation. There has been significant drop in the water level of all the lakes. So that's fine. Yeah, there could be a partial cut, right? So that people don't have the chance to waste water. What about the second one? And why is it weak, according to you? Don't you think both can be the answer? Because we need to, yeah, both seems to be the right answer. It may require time, just like that awareness program, Taran. Kanika, actually, it needs both kinds of solution. Yes, first a partial cut, and then maybe a request for people to use minimal water. You know, these two will actually solve the problem. The government will say that we are sorry, we are coerced to do this, we did not want to do this, but we don't have a choice. We have to go for a partial cut so that water is not wasted. We are, you know, then the gravity, the enormity will rise and people will start taking very, very seriously. Okay. Okay. Somebody wanted me to discuss the last question. Here we go. Yes, the railway authority should immediately deploy one policeman in each compartment in all the passenger trains. Is impossible. We do not have that number of police constables. That is the problem with this option. It's a very good option, but do we have the number of people? There are so many trains. It says all the passenger trains, all the compartments, one police constable. I feel one because we see police in ladies' compartment. See, ladies' compartments are lesser in number or fewer in number, right? So it still might be possible. And they're given a different kind of treatment, right? But these general compartments, you know, it is virtually impossible for the police department also, right? Okay. So is it fine? Understood? Yes? No? Okay. Thank you, Aishwarya. So how much time do we have? It's just about over. Okay. So understood but not satisfied. Okay. Let's discuss it, Aishwarya. We still have a couple of minutes. Yeah. Yeah. Why do you think one policeman should be deployed in all compartments, mind you, right? In all passenger trains? Do we think we have the number, we have the required number of police constables, or do you think we can employ them? Do you think so? And if they manage only the compartments, right? Then what will the other railway police do. I mean, because railway police is different, right? They have many other things to take care of, right? Agreed. I would have been happier had the option said that, just like, we may have one police constable, right, or two monitoring five or six compartments, right, jointly. That would have made sense. But employing or deploying rather one police constable for every compartment is impossible. We don't have the necessary manpower here. That is the problem. Then the situation will be like that our whole police is just handling the trains. Absolutely right. Okay. So I hope now it is settled. Is it so, Aishwarya? Still, if you have any doubt, if you guys have any problem regarding this or anything else regarding verbal, thank you, Aishwarya, thank you, verbal ability or English or any other, or thank you, thank you, Aishwarya, or verbal ability or anything else for that matter. You have my contact number, you have my email ID also, right? So you may get in touch anytime. Okay, I shall be glad to help you people with uh, solutions if I can provide you any. Fine. Okay, so let's call it a day now. I think it is time. Thank you, Taran. Thank you. I also enjoyed you people. I mean, as a class, you people are absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Pranjal. Thank you, Rajveer. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Abhishek. Okay. So good night to all of you. Stay safe. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you, Aishwarya. Thank you, Hemant. I repeat, if you still have any problem, right? If you still have any doubt, bye Taran, bye Gautami, Abhishek, bye. So you may please get in touch. Okay. I'll be glad to help you. Bye. Good night.